Crush it. Don't rush it. With Cooper Moore.
Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about when I was living with my brother and now we're living apart. Living with him was just an experience to say the most of it. He told me what to do, he told me what to cook, he always called me to do things for him. Do things he feels like he's the boss of me and I'm not the boss of him. And I'm not the boss of him and he's not the boss of me. And he got my feelings hurt sometimes. He leaves me out of things, like goes without me. Like for example, when he was let me play with my RC car and him and Sarge was going to get key again. That was back in grade 8 or something, and that hurt my feelings. He left me out of things. He always yelled at me and everything, and when he had parties, like, even though, like, my parents didn't know, but they knew. And one experience that was, and people sleeping in their bed, and smoking weed. That's before Trudeau legalized it. What's the point now, since he legalized it? And, like shooting shit and having ragers, and I've got to be part of his parties once they're home. So once they're home, when they're not home, and I still do stuff with, do stuff with him, like go out, hang out with him, like do things, like go like visit Matt and chill with the guys and everything. It's not all as bad. Things were good when we were young, when we were young, and now teenagers. For example, like when I was going to back the car out, and he threw me out, and he backed out the car, and I was in the back seat. I was originally going to back the car out and drive the thing for a little bit. And it was a 2000 Corolla, and I'm getting a 2020. So, getting a 2020 XSE CVT. So, how about that?
So what was it like living with your brother when you were just little? Like when you were in preschool? Can you remember that?
God, I can't remember that far.
What was it like living with your brother when you were in elementary school?
Elementary school. Oh, you want to go from 03, from the season of, from year 03-04 school year all the way up to 2011?
Sure.
To be honest, can't go that far, but we had our ups and downs, but we went through it. Got conflicts, but we went through it. We followed through and everything. So, in high school, same thing. It was alright, but college and university, I went to Conestoga College, close to home. And Alec went all the way to Brock University. I went to his place sometimes. So, and I got to be a part of his, like, Brock be part of his assignment for his, one of his child and youth classes. And then I also did helped him. Like, I was there if he had dark moments, I texted him, think happy thoughts, but not the dark ones. And he said, I really appreciate that. But I'm there for him, and he was there for me as well, and so things worked out.
So when you were in elementary school or high school, and you were part of activities or hanging out with friends, were you included in anything, or did you include your brother in anything, or want him to be part of things?
To be honest, I was so busy with all my stuff. I was like so busy, like you didn't even know, like the load was just course load, like getting through all my stuff I have to do and everything. Like I say to my brother and everything, I chat with him, and everything, see how he's doing. And then once he went, and then once I did a full victory lap, that's how I first started getting actually got a paid job at Canadian Tire. He went just for a semester, and then he worked at Zayres and Toyota and all his other jobs once he was done.
Do you wish when you were younger and when you were in high school that things would have been different between you and your brother?
To be honest, can't go back that far. I just thinking to be honest, like on the truth, like go back that far, like all the way up to from 2012 all the way to 2016, things won't be. Yeah, like I want more stuff doing him, like talk more to him, see how he's doing things more and everything. But
Why do you think your brother didn't do more things with you?
well, he was with all his doing like all his things. He has his own things with all his buddies, and I got all my things. Like I'm busy with all my stuff, and Alec's busy with all his stuff. So
Do you think that you and your brother have things in common?
things in common. We're not identical twin. We're not identical. We're fraternal twins, born in the same year, same age, same age. But I learn differently. We learn differently. But we all learn differently, and think we all learn differently. We're just like any other people in the world.
Do you miss your brother when he's not at home?
Honestly, when he's not at home now, so busy with all my stuff and my friends, starting to miss the guy a little bit. But to be honest, when I have like friends like if I wasn't for high school, I wouldn't have met my buddy Greg, Chris, Mariko, Cassie, and it wasn't for hockey, I wouldn't have met Boston. I've known for 9 years.
Do you think your brother
And Griffin as well. He's like my friend, is like a brother to me, but he's my good friend as well.
Do you think your brother misses you?
Well, he's missing me sometimes, to be honest, because living apart, he thinks sometimes miss all of us, including me as well.
Why do you think your brother misses you sometimes?
He misses me because he, he misses me because he misses me and seeing me seeing me. That's to be honest.
If you had one wish, what would you hope would be different between you and your brother?
Hopefully, you give me a call him, talk more, see how he's doing, collaborate things, see how he's doing, and probably go over to his place and help him with things as well.
So when you finish college, because you want to go back to college and you want to get your own house, who do you want to live with?
I'm not sure. Roommates. Not going to get assigned a roommate. I'm gonna like if someone of my friends wants to move in, they can move in to help me pay the bills.
Do you think your brother's going to be there to help you when your mom and dad aren't there?
No, well, he will. He can help me as well. Probably come check up on me. She always do. Check up on me. Check up on me, and I can drive over to his place as well to visit him as well.
Would you ever want to live with your brother as an adult if when your mom and dad go to heaven?
Not well. They're still alive now, but they can. He can. Yeah, like I can. If he wants to come live with me, like I'm going to. I'm going to do like what your mom did to Annie K. You can have a bet. You can have one of my rooms. You can rent. You can have one of my rooms and help me pay the bills.
Do you think your brother will be? Do you think your brother will want to help you?
Well, if he has all his stuff, he can help me if he has time. Like all his stuff and everything. So
All his stuff, meaning what?
with like a job, if he has a job, if he has like groceries and everything. If he has, hopefully, if he has a wife and kids by then, like wife and kids, like he can still make time to help me.
So do you think if your brother ever needed help, would you help your brother?
Well, I'll help him. I'll drive up to help it. I'll drive up to help him with things. So
How would you be able to help your brother?
you know, help him with things like if he's like tell him to think happy thoughts, not the dark ones. If he's going through a dark time, you help him. Help him with if he needs help with stuff around the house, like cleaning everything. I can help him.
So you've talked about it, your brother going through dark times. Why is that concerning to you?
I just I just don't want him to be like dark. I just want him to go through dark times. I want him to think happy thoughts, not think happy thoughts like I texted him. Like it, and I know the text exactly. He said, I should think happy thoughts and not the dark ones.
So do you ever think dark thoughts, or are you always happy?
Always I think happy thoughts. I don't think dark thoughts. Like for example, that was a dark time when I went through when I went through when that teacher didn't want me to sing in the choir because I wasn't singing in key. That crushed me.
Mm-hmm.
But
How did you get past that?
well, I told you guys. You remember that, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
I told you guys, and you got the superintendent involved, and she broke one of the important rules of clubs: always include members without, no matter what their ability.
Mm-hmm. You're right. So if you had one wish, what would it be with your brother? If you could do one thing special with your brother, what would it be?
Do more things with him, talk with him. Probably go and meet up for coffee and everything. Sometimes visit how he out for coffee. Sometimes he always doing meet out for coffee. Like just chill and do things as brothers.
So why is that important to you?
How many? Well, like you just don't want to rely on your yeah. You just don't want to always rely on your parents. No, don't mean to be rude because it's your job, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your job?
Mm-hmm.
It's your job. It's a parent's job to always be there for them. What if they decided to go, if God decides to take my mom early
Mm-hmm.
and my dad early as well? He can help me with. Maybe my brother can help me with things as well, and help clean out the house, sell things as well. Do like what you did to Grandpa's. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And Fran was. You remember Aunt Fran was in like an Alex situation. Take for example Aunt Fran. You remember that? She didn't got someone else to do with the stuff. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But we got our hands dirty and cleaned out everything. Cleaned out the trailer, yanked it out, sold his car and everything. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So if you look into the future, if you look 10 years into the future, how would you like to see your brother's relationship and your relationship forming?
we want to have a good relationship. No yelling, bitching, arguing, or anything. You know, yelling, bitching, arguing. You just want to have a good relationship, talk and have a good talk and just talk about our day and everything. What about Uncle Blair and Uncle Michael? Uncle Mike, to you guys, do you see each other, or
Mm-hmm.
are they like Alec to you?
No, we see them.
We see them. We go out there for. Once you want them to go out for like a drink at his place, or you can come to my place.
Mm-hmm.
Probably do like what Shelly and Michael does.
Nice, nice. So so do you like is what's it like with your brother being at Brock at university?
Well, like I have my own space sometimes,
And why do you like your own space?
my own man cave, so I can watch TV and be on my own space to watch TV instead of like always like he has it. Get out. You remember that?
Mhm.
Get out. Everything. So
how did that make you feel?
like I wasn't included. I want to always be included. So that's all we needed.
Okay.
So that's all. So that's
So to wrap it up, so how do you feel about how your life with your brother has changed since he's no longer living in the house, since he's at Brock?
since he's all the way in St. Catharines. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. I ain't going to lie about that. Truth, but nothing but the truth. So by God. So by God, but well, like I've been so busy lately. So 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 busy with stuff and slap on the face. Like you won't know what day or time it is. It feels like just a backhand, but.
So when your brother comes home, when you know he's going to come home, how do you feel?
To be honest, feel like he says hey to me, I say hey to him. I say hey to him, and I ask him how about his day. About his day, like me conversation.
Does he ask you about your day?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I do that as well. Ask him, and we talk as well. So that's what we did. So that's what we talk about and everything. And we have, yeah, he goes out with his friends, and you remember when I go with my buddies, like I asked where Alec is, and he said went out. You say went out, exactly what you said, and you say where's Alec? And you say good question. Is that exactly what you say?
Mm-hmm.
I remember because you say it. And I remember. So that's it. So that's it.
Okay.
So that's it. Alright, so that's it. Hope you enjoy this part of the podcast.